You won't believe what happens next. It was supposed to be a quiet evening in Plano, Texas. The sun was low, casting golden light across the cul-de-sac, just as Andre Callan eased his 2021 Ford Explorer into the driveway. It should have been ordinary. He'd worked hard for this vehicle, extra shifts, skipped vacations, scrimped on small pleasures. This was proof that persistence pays off. He started to kill the engine, thinking about stepping inside and grilling dinner with his kids, when a voice cut through the calm. "Excuse me," Cheryl Danvers yelled, clipped and sharp. She stormed over in a floral blouse, phone clutched like a weapon. People joked she treated the HOA rulebook like scripture. But tonight, she wasn't joking. Andre stepped out, hands on his hips. "Evening, Cheryl," he said. "Just parking like anyone else." "That's not your vehicle," she snapped. "I know it was in last month's auction. I bid on it myself. You can't just steal a car, then slap on fake police stickers to cover your tracks." He blinked, heart pounding. "What? This is my car. I've got the paperwork inside." Her finger jabbed toward the reflective strips and dash lights stacked in the garage. "You even tried to make it look like a police vehicle, impersonating law enforcement." Inside the house, his kids, Maya and Jordan, stood frozen at the doorway. He motioned them back. "Go inside. It's okay," he murmured. She hit 911 like she'd found a golden ticket. "Hello, yes, I need the police. A man has stolen my vehicle, is impersonating an officer, and refuses to return it." The neighbors peeked, phones came out. The night was no longer private. Andre moved toward her, voice steady. "Cheryl, this is my car. I can prove it." "Stay where you are," she hissed into the phone. Within minutes, sirens, red and blue, bled across the street. 3 patrol cars pulled up, flashing lights, tense officers with hands hovering near holsters. "Sir, step away from the vehicle," an officer ordered. Andre's kids started crying. He lifted a trembling hand. "This is my car. I can show you the title, bill of sale, everything. Please just let me—" "See?" Cheryl pointed, her voice a weapon. "He stole my car, turned it into a fake police SUV. Arrest him," onlookers murmured. Andre swallowed. "Everything you need is inside my house. Title, insurance, bill of sale, all in my name." Victor Ramirez, the mechanic across the street, stepped up. "I helped him put those decals on. That's his car. I know, I've worked on it." The officers looked between them. "Can you show me your proof of ownership?" "Right now?" He nodded, voice tight. "Yes, sir. I just need to get the documents." Cheryl pushed again. "Don't let him back in the house. He'll shred the evidence." An officer drew a firm line. "Ma'am, step back. We're handling this." With police blocking her path, Andre headed inside. He returned with a stack of papers. Title, registration, bill of sale. The officer flicked through them, light-catching signatures. "These look legitimate," he said, voice low. Relief flooded Andre, but Cheryl sputtered that they were forged. Victor slammed back. "Cheryl, enough. It's his car." The officer turned to Cheryl. "Ma'am, if you keep this up, we'll have to cite you for filing a false report." She glared. One officer softened to Andre. "We deal with disputes like this a lot. Some people abuse the system. You stayed calm. That helped. But be ready. Some people don't stop with just one call." Andre's chest tightened. "My kids, seeing cops at our door because of a lie." The officers ran the VIN. Clean. The crowd gradually thinned. Cheryl muttered as she backed away. Andre guided his kids inside, exhaustion and anger melding in his chest. That night, the house was quiet, except for Andre's breath and the weight of false accusations. Family pictures stared back at him. Innocent witnesses. He dialed his sister Monique. "Monique," she answered, groggy. "I need your help," he whispered. He told her everything. Parking his car, Cheryl's accusation, the police, the crowd. She paused, then said, "This isn't just drama. Let me dig." He slept fitfully, replaying the kids' terror. "Dad, what's happening?" By morning, Monique was on the case. She had her laptop, papers in hand. "You're right. Cheryl's filed multiple police complaints against neighbors. 2 black men lived here before you. 1 moved away, the other sold within the year." Andre's jaw tensed. She and the HOA president, Douglas Keaton. They're using the system to drive people out. More turnover means profit. She displayed emails showing how Cheryl flagged residents. Douglas responded with fines, violation notices, even absurd restrictions. It was a pipeline, fear and pressure, funneling money to connected real estate interests. He stared at the screen, stunned, but clarity sharpened his resolve. Then Victor dropped by with morning coffee. "Rumors are spreading. Some neighbors think it's true. You're impersonating." Andre closed his eyes. "That's her poison talking." Monique frowned. "We fight with facts. You have proof." "He proposes we go public. Truth doesn't hide." Night came with a silent knock. Victor slipped inside, worried. Cheryl had started telling anyone who'd listen that Andre was under police investigation. Andre felt anger and dread. But Monique reminded him of childhood town hall meetings, the open mic, the challenge. "We go public, town council, state AG, the works." Headlines the next day echoed Andre's worst fears. Plano father accused of vehicle theft in own driveway, even though police had cleared it. He turned off the TV. "I didn't want this." Monique was already moving. She pulled up the HOA's website. Douglas posted that the HOA would investigate. Official tone, meant to imply wrongdoing. "No," Andre said, teeth clenched. "This is bigger. We tell our story." Within days, a news crew recorded Andre on his porch. Reporter pressed close. "You've been falsely accused. What happened?" He summoned strength. "I parked my car. Minutes later, I was accused. My kids watched the whole thing. That wasn't a misunderstanding. That was abuse. We have proof the HOA is misusing funds, targeting residents to profit." Neighbors whispered behind cameras. The story struck a nerve. Some supported him. Some threatened him. "Leave before something happens." His phone buzzed with mixed messages. As the pressure turned, Cheryl ramped up with a petition. "No unauthorized decals or impersonation." It backed by neighbors anxious or scared. Monique came home that night, forging ahead. She handed him a flash drive. "Every transfer, shell company, email, we aren't waiting." 2 days later, local reporters swarmed. They tracked Douglas at the grocery store, outside his office, his house. Footage trailed him. Cheryl's angry defense only made things worse. Public sentiment turned. A state AG investigation opened. Residents, whom Andre never knew, had came forward with experiences: bogus fines, harassment, unexplained letters. One evening, they lined up by his fence, stories pouring out. Cheryl retreated into silence. Her blinds stayed shut. Neighborhood talk turned hopeful, skeptical of HOA control. Andre sat on his porch one afternoon, watching his kids ride bikes, the SUV gleaming beside them. It no longer symbolized conflict. It meant resilience. A community gathering followed under clean Texas skies. People shared stories, support, sadness, trust. A new committee formed. Transparent, accountable, inclusive. Andre declined the presidency, but volunteered to organize community safety walks. No stickers, no fear. Just neighbors walking together. Cheryl faded from focus. Some said she moved, others whispered she stayed, watching from behind blinds, but her voice had lost power. One Saturday, Andre washed his SUV. Jordan sprayed the hose. Maya scrubbed tires, giggling. Victor came by with cold drinks. "You've got a better crew than me," he laughed, sprayed water in splash fight. The block felt peaceful for the first time. That night, on the porch with Monique, sweet tea in hand, they watched the sky turn blues and purples, cicadas buzzing. "Most people would have given up," she said softly. He sipped slowly. "I almost did, but I looked at their faces. The kids, trusting me. Lies can be loud, but truth outlasts the roar." She nodded. "You gave them more than a car or a house. You gave them an example." He leaned back, breathing in night air. "And maybe our neighborhood a chance to be better." Across the yard, his Explorer waited quietly. Not a target, not a weapon. It was a reminder. Not about decals or HOA fights. It was about standing your ground. About truth. About community. And as he watched fireflies flicker around the lawn, his chest finally felt light. Not because the fight was over, but because he had chosen it, and long after the night ended, the truth would endure.